I want to call up a great friend, a social media guru who tweets and makes all this come alive so much, and a physician who really understands the power of walking and has helped build the technology of effective walking meetings. From the Kaiser Permanente Center for Total Health, please join me in welcoming Ted Eytan, please.
Hello, Eric.
I don't.
All right. So we got to move. Stay standing, because we're about to get out of here. So I just want to tell you 2.5 things. I talk fast just like Deb does. So I'm from the Center for Total Health. We like to, what? Oh, can you hear me? Oh, wait, mic turned on? Yes. How's this? Yes? All right.
Yes, good.
All right, good. I'm from the Center for Total Health. We say we're from the future, so you can't think of a facility that's better designed for walking than that space. And I want to talk a little about contagion and mental models. And Tyler and I have worked on this quite a bit over the last 2 years. So let's see, clicker, Troy. Yes, he is. Perfect, okay. So contagion, and Jonah's going to talk more about this, but I just want to say, who has never gone on a walking meeting in your entire life? Wow, there's actually a person. Wow, okay. So I just want to say, as we learn about contagion, this is one of the most contagious things, and these are just tweets. Some of them I just got over the weekend from people all over the world, National Health Service in Britain, patients, professors. It's an easy thing to talk about, an easy thing to tweet, but what I have found is that until people do it, they can't conceive of it. So it takes a little bit of a nudge. Who yesterday went with me to walk to the Center for Total Health when I accosted you at the shuttle, right? So we actually pulled people off the shuttle, but you were willing participants. It didn't take very much, but the idea is people did walk on there. So it's an easy thing to change the culture, and so that's what we're going to start to do today around the walking meeting. So the other thing is you learn stuff. So I've done this in the past. I did the shuttle accosting 2 years ago at a Kaiser Permanente meeting. And we ran into the fellow in the middle, and it turned out it was the 1-year anniversary of the biggest oil spill in history, right? So you learn things about your community. We talked about bodies of water. When you walk, you actually change the community that you're in, independent of actually what you're talking about. So another great reason to do it. So, and this is us yesterday after I accosted people from the shuttle. Didn't we have a great time walking? We learned a ton? Okay. So I've heard in the last 2 days, this morning and yesterday, everyone says the same thing. If you had been in this neighborhood 20 years ago, you wouldn't recognize it. You wouldn't feel safe here. So I actually, using social media, contacted a photographer that had put images up 20 years ago of Washington, D.C., who gave me permission just for today to show it to you because he believes in this movement. So let me just show you. This is around the corner. This is 7th and H, Chinatown, 1988. I took these photos this weekend, 2013. These are random photos, but look how things have changed. Obesity rate in Ward 6 is 19%, much lower than much of America, but kind of average. 1995, also around the corner. Does anyone recognize that? Spy Museum, 2013. So our cities are changing. It is actually happening, and it can happen wherever you are. Let's keep going. 1990, this is around the corner, 6th and K, okay? 2013, same corner. And again, 6th and K. I took this just random photo. So there's people actually doing aerobics on the sidewalk now. So with all the worry about things are not changing, they actually are. All right, 1986, this is my neighborhood, Logan Circle. Barrel House Liquors, famous place. 2013, same place. Notice the yoga mats in the bags. Obesity rate, 12.5%. So where I live, you have to struggle to find someone that's overweight. Can you believe that? So the liquor store is still there, and there's nothing wrong with liquor in moderation. But look what's around it now. Capital Bike Share everywhere, right in that neighborhood. Wasn't there 20 years ago, right? Yes. Logan Circle, 1984. Not a great place to hang out. 2013, me playing bocce ball with my god dog, Milo. So things do change. And then let's talk about walkability, livability, right? This was not a livable city, 1986. That's 14th and P, and you just see the despair and the loss of hope. This is 2013, that same corner. People moving around. So just take stock as you walk about how this city has changed and what you need to bring to your own cities. And this is around the corner. So people are doing yoga on the sidewalk in this neighborhood now. Okay, and that's the photographer who was so gracious and said to please visit his website in gratitude. Okay, so let's talk about the mental models of meetings. And Tyler and I have talked about this quite a bit. We've changed our approach because we've been taught a meeting starts when you arrive somewhere and you sit down and then it actually starts. Well, so this is the path we're going to take out here. So the stairs, up, around the corner. So the meeting doesn't start when you get up to the top. It starts actually when you start moving. It's actually started now. So what we want people to do in the 15 minutes that we have, we need to be back here at 10:30. We also separate, we don't call it a walking break because you actually work during a meeting, so there's a break as part of it that's separate. Very clear language is very appropriate. So the meeting starts as soon as you start walking. So start walking, take the break after about 15 minutes, be back here 10:30. And what we want to do, you know, this world is not designed for walking meetings, so in the future we need to have event spaces where they are designed for people to move around. So we're going to just change the culture, and I want everyone to tweet that they went on a walking meeting so that we can change people's mental models about what a meeting is. Good? All right, let's do it.